Round one of Super Rugby Pacific 2025 is in the books, and today we will look of the team of the week with the ratings, the teams, and their stats as well, and we will discuss who we think should be in the team. I also do a separate thing, so I do it a little bit differently than a lot of people. So the 1 to 15 is players that started or played, majority of the game, where the bench, so the 16 through to 23, are actually players that came off the bench to pretty much highlight the fact of how important the whole 23 is now, and also the players that had the most impact off the bench. And as we know, at the moment, the bench is just as important as the starters, and it can change the whole game. And as we've seen in this round, actually, for Super Rugby 1, that the Chiefs and a couple other teams really used that bench, and it changed the whole freaking game. So let's get into this. If you agree, disagree, let me know below in the comments. Who would you change? Who would you put in, etc.? Let me know below. If you do like rugby, if you love rugby, if you want to talk about rugby, and if you want to follow the news and kind of follow the Lions Tour, the World Cup, everything coming up, then hit that subscribe button right below the video. All it takes is a little quick click, but it helps support the channel more than you know. So let's get into it, and we'll start with the front row, and I'll get my face out of the way, and let's get into the front row here. So I got at number one, I don't think there were too many number ones who stood out too much this week, but I went with Tamaiti Williams from the Crusaders. He had a solid stint. His scrummaging was solid, so that's pretty much all you need to ask for from prop, and his defense was very, very good as well. 8.1 out of 10 for me. He played 62 minutes for the Satyrs, 2 runs, 4 meters, 9 tackles, and only 1 missed tackle. So good stint by the All Black. To go to number 2, into hooker, Jacob Devery. I think he really played well for the Hurricanes. He scored 2 tries. He had 8 runs for 22 meters, 10 tackles, and obviously a couple down points for 5 missed tackles. But I still gave him an 8 out of 10 and played 66 minutes for the Hurricanes against the Satyrs.
Now Roygard again for Godfrey as they spin it wide. Umaga Jansen, Naholo gets it away, and the Hurricanes are in again.
Then we got at number 3, we got George Dyer, who, he's not one of those players who's going to set the world alight. He's not going to change the whole game. But for me, his scrummaging was solid. He held the Blues front row, Tonga Fasi, he held him very much under covers. He also played 67 minutes. He was also part where I think it was the last 20 minutes where the Chiefs scrum really, really took over. They started really pounding the Blues. I think they won probably about 4 scrum penalties, or advantages anyway. And he was still on the field for a little bit of that as well. So brilliant stint by him. 8.2 out of 10, 67 minutes, 5 runs for only 1 meter, but 11 tackles and 1 missed tackle, but his scrummaging was on point. Now we go on to the second row. We go back to the Chiefs. We've got Naitua Akoi, who got 8.2 out of 10 for me. He played the whole 80 minutes. He had 14 runs, 27 meters. He's a workhorse. Also 12 tackles and no missed tackles. And he also won a turnover as well for the Chiefs. So brilliant stint by him. Great way to start off the season. We've got number 5, Tom Hooper from the Brumbies. Also played 80 minutes. 8.4 out of 10 for me. He's the best second rower of the round. He played 80 minutes over in Suva. And he had a brilliant game. He was busy. I mean, it was nearly 40 degrees. 14 runs for 60 meters, 11 tackles with only 1 missed tackle. And he also won a turnover as well. But he was immense in that game and really, really helped the team get that W against the Drua over there. And we move on to the back row. You got Carlo Tizzano. Man, the forward of the round for me. 9.2 out of 10. He played the whole 80 minutes for the Force. He had 10 runs for 7 meters, 2 defenders beaten, one tackle assist, 1 try assist as well. Helped set one up, and he also had 2 tries, so 2 meat pies for himself as well off the back of a maul for the lineouts, etc. They really, really kind of exposed the Pacifica there. And he also, the main, this is what he's known for. The dude is a tackling machine. 20 tackles, and he didn't miss 1 tackle. If you're a rugby league supporter, that doesn't sound like much, but in rugby union, 20 tackles is like a player making 50 tackles in rugby league. It's brilliant. And he also won a turnover as well. So 2 tries, a try assist, turnover, 20 tackles, brilliant. Absolutely good game. He's really putting his hand up to get back into that Wallaby squad and hopefully get a starting position.
Excellent in this part of the field, and on they go again. It's Dolly at the back of the maul. Dolly peels away.
In at number 7, I got Luke Raymer from the Brumbies. 9.0 out of 10, 69 minutes played. He came off for 11 minutes and then went back on again. He had 8 runs for 13 meters, 8 tackles, 1 missed tackle, 2 tries as well. And the big one here, I think this really changed the momentum of the game. He had 4 turnovers. At times, the Brumbies were on the back foot. The Drua from Fiji looked really, really good. And then he would get a turnover. Just brilliant in the ruck. So definitely keep an eye on him this season when you watch the Brumbies play. And then in at number 8, Captain Fantastic, Luke Jacobson from the Chiefs. 8.5 out of 10 for me. 15 runs, 46 meters. Beat 3 defenders. He had an offload. He had 16 tackles and only 1 missed tackle. And he also won a key turnover as well. So he led from the front. I mean, the Blues are known for big, brute kind of forwards. And he fed it to him. He really quietened down pretty much that Blues forward pack. And at the end of the day, the Blues, if they don't dominate at the front, they're not going to dominate in the backs, and that's the difference. And Luke Jacobson was one of the main ones there. The Chiefs forward pack really stood up. Now, in at number 9, we got Kyle Preston getting some revenge. He didn't start the game, but he played 72 minutes, so that's why he's the starting number 9. 9.0 out of 10. He had 6 runs, 16 meters. He beat a defender, 9 tackles, only 2 misses, 5 kicks. But he got a freaking hat-trick. He had 3 tries, just great support play.
Having their best period in the game so far. Shalpoon, away goes to Jordan, and the try scored by Kyle Preston. As Havili drops a little kick in behind. Here's Will Jordan.
Oh, well done.
Beautifully to Reese. Now the chase is on. He centre kicks, an old-fashioned centre kick. Boy, this is frantic.
Back on the line,
Preston
on the line.
has it going south. I think he's done it again.
Brilliant passing. He helped set up a couple things and just scored some couple brilliant tries. And the main thing about him, the Cinderella story for Kyle Preston, is he plays for Wellington in the NPC. And they won the national championship just last year. And he was obviously a big part of that. And the Hurricanes pretty much said, look, you're going to be the backup to Cam Roigard. You're not going to get a lot of minutes. So he started looking somewhere else. And the Crusaders picked him up. And he got all these minutes. He had 3 tries. A Cinderella story. 3 tries against the old team. I think a lot of his friends in that Hurricanes team will be texting him and being like, come on, dude. Don't do that again. Now we've got starting at fly half. You've got Ben Donaldson. Man, I've said it a few times. I think he is the best number 10 in Australia. I think he should be starting for the Wallabies. I like him more than Lolosio. He's got more of an attacking flair. His goal kicking is brilliant. And he just offers more as a complete player, in my opinion. 8.9 out of 10. Played the whole game. 7 runs for 91 meters. 4 defenders beaten. 1 clean break. He had a try assist. He scored 20 points. 6 tackles with 4 missed tackles is the only blemish. But the main one here is he got the game-winning try. A 70-meter game-winning try in extra time. Well, should I say injury time? Which I'll put the highlight of it right after this. But a brilliant try. Won in the match. So bravo, Ben Donaldson. You deserve it.
Tizzano rips it to Donaldson. Donaldson slices his way through. Ben Donaldson has put it infield after 26 phases. Donaldson! Under the posts! You brother!
In at number 12, you got Timoki Tavatava Nawai. Brilliant for the Highlanders. He reminds me of, I don't know if you remember Mapasua, who used to play for the Highlanders as well, but he reminds me of him. He's a brilliant defender. He's almost like a flanker out in the backs. He's hard to bring down. He's just a complete kind of player. He's not going to, fend off 20 people and run around you, but he'll run through you. 8 out of 10 for me for him. 8 runs, 13 meters, 2 defenders beaten. He also scored a try.
Towards the line, short though.
On the line.
Tavatava Nawai in close. Tava, no stopping him.
11 tackles with none missed. And he also won 3 turnovers for the Highlanders as well. And I mean, yeah, they were that close to winning as well. And then starting at center, I got Pepesana Patafilo from Moana Pacifica. 8.3 out of 10. Played the whole game. 11 runs for 48 meters. 3 defenders beaten. He had 2 offloads. He had 8 tackles with only 2 misses. And he also scored a try as well. So brilliant game by him.
Talisui with the carry. Now Gumbaship ricochets one away. And on they come again.
And unlucky for the Moana Pacifica as well. Losing it right at the end of the game as well. You know, go move to the back 3. I mean, 3 brilliant performances by these fellas. Severis on the left. 8.9 out of 10 for me. He was the winger of the round. Played the whole 80 minutes. He had 19 runs for 127 meters. 10 defenders beaten. That's crazy. 3 clean breaks. He had a try assist from a brilliant inside kick. He also scored a try himself. He had 5 offloads. We know he's dangerous with that.
Now the Crusaders. Letiu is on the field. Short hand, see it for. Here goes Reese. And Reese is in. Right under the post. And he finally gets.
He had 5 tackles and only 1 missed tackle. So bravo, Sevu. Great way to start the season. In on the right wing, you've got Leroy Carter coming over from the New Zealand Sevens team. Probably trying to solidify his spot in the team. 8.7 out of 10. He had a brilliant game. He had 11 runs for 46 meters. And a lot of those runs were actually in the middle. He came in, looked for some work, almost like a Mark Talia, and kind of, you know, changed the pace in the middle. And it kind of put the forwards of the Blues off a little bit. And I think he was a big part in why they won. He had 9 defenders beaten, so 9 broken tackles, 3 clean breaks. He had a try as well at the end of the game. 1 offload, 6 tackles, and only 1 missed tackle. So brilliant game by him. Starting at fullback, I think he was the best back, and he was probably the best player. He had the best performance out of all the players in the Super Rugby this round for me. Damien McKenzie.
Rona gets a nice ball away. McKenzie! Damien McKenzie! Leonard Brown, well, they had to get up quickly on him. Now Artemis sends it away. McKenzie has a go. He's in. That's
9.2 out of 10. He had 11 runs for 76 meters. I mean, he beat 11 defenders, 3 clean breaks, 4 tackles, no missed tackles. He won 1 turnover as well. He scored 20 points, and he also scored 2 tries as well to pretty much ice the game off. Bravo to Damien. You know, obviously as a Springbok supporter, he's one of those players you always worry for because he can just flip a game on its head, and that's what he did. I mean, 11 defenders beaten. That's crazy. Has to be maybe like a record or something, I swear. Now onto the bench we go. So these players all started on the bench and, you know, finished off the games. You got Bradley Slater from the Chiefs coming in on hooker, 6 runs, 90 meters, 8 tackles as well. I think that last 20 minutes, like I said, for the Chiefs, they really dominated the Blues scrum. They just constantly put him under pressure, and with all those scrums, I think they won like 4 penalties in the last 20 minutes, if not more. So I think, you know, they deserve to have the recognition. You also got Aiden Ross as well, who came on a prop for the Chiefs as well. And same thing again, just in the scrum, he was solid. Not number 17, sorry, but number 18, you got Siosifa Amone. If the Waratahs fans didn't know who he was, now you do. The dude scored 2 tries in only 24 minutes. And he also scored the game-winning try in the last minute of the game to win it, to ice it, right next to the posts.
The Englishman. Step back, good. Lambert's held up. On the line. Failanu, penalty advantage. Back it comes. And
Brilliant by him. Well done. And I'm happy for him. Really, really happy. And now he's going to maybe be able to challenge Taniela Tupou for some minutes as well. So bravo to him. And if we know one spot where the Brumbies are where the Wallabies are very thin, and that's at prop. So he does have the chance to kind of solidify a spot if he is going to represent Australia. Best lock for me who came off the bench was Tupou Vae. 8.2 out of 10, 9 runs, 22 meters, beat a defender, 2 tackles, and 1 turnover, 1 as well. Brilliant game by him. Like I said, that last 30 minutes, the Chiefs took over the game. The Blues didn't even score a point in the second half, and he was another part of that as well. Then you got in at number 20, the backup back rower, Semisi Tupo Taeloa. 8 out of 10 for me. 33 minutes played, 8 runs, 21 meters. He broke 2 tackles, also scored a try, and he made 4 tackles as well with no misses. The man from Southland, representing Moana Pacifica. Brilliant game by him. Unfortunately, they did not get the win. Backup number 9, Cortez Ratima. 8.4 out of 10 for me. 30 minutes played, 3 runs, 18 meters, beat a defender. He had a try assist. But the main stat for me was the try-saving tackle he made is just crazy. Mark Talia, right? All Black, you expect him to score a try from like 2-3 meters out every time. Cortez Ratima's coming across, and somehow his knees got under the ball, held him up, and no try, and that changed the whole game. From there on, it was all Chiefs. It was all Chiefs. So bravo to Cortez. He pretty much saved the game there with that try-saving tackle. At number 22, Dylan Peach. Man, I really rate this player. If you watch the Western Force play at all this year, keep an eye out for him. Hopefully he gets a start because he deserves to. He's a Wallaby and he deserves to start, but obviously just coming to the Western Force, maybe they start him on the bench. 8.2 out of 10, 33 minutes played, 5 runs for 71 meters, so an average of 14 meters a run. 2 defenders beaten, a clean break, and a brilliant try. I'll pop that in as well. Just that footwork right at the line, scoring the try. And I think the Force scored like 2 tries in the last 5 minutes to win the game, and that was one of them as well. So
Wasa feeds it to Peach. Peach gets it right this time.
Bravo to him. And then you got Emoni Narawa, 7.9 out of 10, played 30 minutes for the Chiefs, coming on the outside backs, 8 runs for 60 meters, and he also beat 3 defenders. So he just pretty much helped ice the game, beat the Blues in Auckland, which was a statement win because they lost to the Blues in the same stadium at the grand final last year. So for them to beat them there, bravo to them. The Chiefs are looking kind of another contender again this year. And you can see just the final team list here. You can see 1 through 15 there of the players of week 1. Let me know who you would change. If you would change, put anyone else in, let me know below in the comments. Also, like I said, like the video if you like it. And if you want to support the channel, if you want to see future videos, if you want to keep up with Super Rugby, the Six Nations, etc., then hit that subscribe button right below the video, and you'll be able to keep up with the news, especially coming into the World Cup, the British and Irish Lions. I'll try and get on the ground to these games and go and talk to the fans outside the stadium. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.